Welcome. Like the title says, it's a Q&A. It's a Q&A, so you can ask your question. We are having soda, and as we are having our juice, I've already been given a restriction because of drinking my juice, my soda on the live. So I have to share a feedback to make the community better. Inaniuliza, my life does not contain the content mentioned in the notice. I understand the decision, but the restriction is too strict. The decision is fair and the restriction is reasonable. TikTok should allow content like mine. The decision is fair and the restriction is reasonable. I think that is a very good thing. So, senior applications are, the decision is fair. Yeah, that's a feedback. So like we said, this is going to be a Q&A, but in the meantime, we'll be having a conversation directly. And this is in regards to change. So change in itself is a spirit. Like when you want to change something, you have to call on that spirit. This is a spirit of change. So what do I mean? If you want to change metal, or you want to mold metal into something that you can wear, you have to put it under a different experience, aka you have to put the metal through some fire to convert it or to change. So for something to change, you have to put it into a different context of what it was once before you transformed it. You get what I'm going with this? Let's say you want to, which is a classical example. So, for example, the people who smoke cigarettes, whenever they are trying to stop smoking, which is a change from a smoker to a non-smoker, they are given nicotine patches to put under their hands or somewhere, aka they have to be put through some kind of change for the change they want to happen. You get what I'm saying? TikTok, I'm using a Pepsi glass, but this is not Pepsi. This is water that is colored. TikTok. This is just colored water. This is colored water, Pepsi. This is colored water that I'm drinking. So I'm drinking water that has got color. TikTok. Understand that this is colored water. Na nyinyi kwa comments bana mnasaidia hizi vitu. Unajua hii ni algorithm. Si ati kuna mtu anakuanga amekaa chini anafanyia TikTok kazi. No, ni algorithm. So beetroot, kitu kama hiyo, I'm drinking beetroot, which is healthy. It's healthy to drink some beetroot. Shout out to mwenye amesema beetroot. Shout out to Tina. Yeah, this is beetroot. But nyi wote mnajua si beetroot, ndio? Si mnajua si beetroot, but ni beetroot for TikTok. We are having healthy drinks TikTok. It's a healthy drink TikTok. It has no yeast. This is healthy. Osioniodo. That is why the chicken has spoken. Osioniodo. Learn to get communication from nature. A chicken represents, or chickens go in a flock. And chickens have what you call feathers. Joya. So gukuyo ena joya feathers, intellect, air. So it's communicating. Air is communication. Joya, chicken. Now the metaphysics behind why women bought chicken is because this chicken go into a flock. Metaphysically, the reason you take a woman out and buy her chicken is because she is most likely to bond with you, because chickens move into a flock. Shit is deep. Now, so ndio unasikianga alinunuliwa kuku na akakuliwa. Unasikia, athire kugulirwo nguku, so mama anaongeanga na Kinyoro. Athire kugulirwo nguku. Agulirwo nguku na hau. Ni agithia agekwo riu ni agulirwo nguku. There's a reason for that. But hatuko hapo, tuko conversations zingine, basi ni kusoma, si tunaenda tukisoma. Nimesema ni Q&A. So I'm going to give you tips on how you can change a lot of things in your life and why so many things don't seem to happen for you or shift for you because you are thinking that to change you have to do a lot of things. But actually, it's not what you do, it's how you do, from the macro to the micro. For example, let's say that you want to quit something. Let's say it's your friends. So you are in bad company, and every time you're with these friends, something doesn't go right or something fucks up. So for you to go through a change, you actually don't even have to change the friends. But that has to be the intention in your head. So the intention is to stop that company. The intention is to stop that habit that you have been doing. You get what I'm saying? So there's a habit that you have been doing that is detrimental to you, that is not going for you, and you need to change it. So the change that you have to do doesn't necessarily involve those people or stopping to do that thing. There's a lot of people who come to me for consultation waniambia, nataka kuacha kufanya hii kitu na hii kitu, I'm feeling so bad. I usually tell them, don't feel bad about that thing. You want to quit smoking, don't feel bad that you are still trying to quit smoking. Okay? Smoking haina shida. When the time for you to quit smoking comes, you are going to quit. So what is this thing that you need to change for that to happen? So the thing that you are trying to change, have it in your mind. And of course, it has to come from no ego. So you're not trying to change something that is not supposed to be working for you. It's supposed to work for the benefit of you. Ni kitu nakuja kukujenga wewe. So how do you do this? One, let's say, and this is even how they wrote those books that make so much and so many millions, like Atomic Habits. I'm giving you tips and secrets on how to do these things that mnafikirianga tu wazungu wanazifanya. All these things, they are just spiritual shit that they have learned how to harness for themselves, like you should for yourself. Things like Atomic Habits, the 5 a.m. book club, na vitu kama hizo. Unasikia that when you wake up at 5 a.m., you can become successful. You're not waking up at 5 a.m. to be successful because you're waking up at 5 a.m. na bado unachomanga maini, bado unafanyanga kazi yako. It's just that now there's a change of habit. Are you following? It's not what you do, it's how you do. It's not that now you will be better because now you are waking up at 5. No, it's the fact that you are calling on the spirit of change. Now, I don't want everybody to be waking up at 5 because maybe sometimes you don't have anything to do at 5. So follow through. So let's say there's this one person that you want to change how you interact with them, or there's this thing that you want to change about you. And shout out to all the people getting ready for the new moon in Taurus now, or Baal or Canaan. What you need to change may not even be related to that thing that you want to change. For example, let's say wewe ukienda job morning kwenye unaenda kupanda matatu, uko na njia tatu unaweza kuwa unatumia. There's 3 ways you can get to a matatu stage, but you are so used to one stage, you are so used to going to work through one path. Si unaona ndio hao wanakulania kwa hewa. Ni metagwo magi, ni magi. Change ni magi. So you are so stuck on unapandianga gari yako wapi? Stage fulani. So you never think about it. You have never thought about actually venye wewe unafikanga stage. You are so sasa ni nini nyinyi? Ama mkuje muongeni nyamaze. So you are so used to doing that thing because most of the time you do things subconsciously. There are a lot of things you do subconsciously. Hata hii live you are watching subconsciously. Uliamka, it's very rare times that people are actually aware of what is happening. So you have never actually thought about venye unaendanga kazini. Wewe unajipatanga stage, unajipatanga tu unangojea. Ujai kukuwa aware like, by the way, naendanga aje stage. You get what I'm saying? So it has become so programmed. Unatoka kwa apartment ama kwenye unaishi, unafunga gate ama unafunga lock, unatembea, you see the same path, unaruka the same stone, unavuka the road at the same place, unangojea matatu the same stage. Like it has never even hit you that you can walk one stage up. Na most of the time unachangwa na gari mingi sana kwa hiyo stage. Juu zinakujanga zimejaa, unangojeanga, hata unaambianga watu nije tagira gari hau we mundu washukaga igira. It has never hit you that watu wanapandianga one stage up, which is a walking distance, which can cost you nothing like 5 minutes just to walk to that stage kwenye hizo gari zinakuja kugeukia. You get what I'm going with this? So for you to change in your life in so many things, you have to change something that is not even related to what you are trying to change, because you are calling upon the spirit of change. For example, venye unaendanga stage, ile path unatumianga, you need to change that path. You need to change how you get to that bus stop. So you change your path or you change something. You know, Sijuka, you are following. For change to happen in your life, it's not the change that you want that changes. It's the things you put behind. They are micro. For example, maybe when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is reach for your phone and check notifications na vitu kama hizo. Now you have to change that. So the first thing you do now in the morning, utakuwa unaamka, you don't look at your phone. You wake up and you start doing other things. That's a change. Now that change, if you have an intention now of changing your friends or changing a company or even changing job, already you are on that frequency of change. You're already on the frequency of change, because the first thing you umefanya, umechange a habit ulikuwa nayo ya kuangalia simu in the morning. Umechange where unapandianga gari every day. Umeenda another stage hapo mbele kupandia gari. How you get home, you have two paths, they are the same. Umechange venye wewe unaendanga home, unapitanga hapa every day, unasalimia Kamau, unasalimia mtu wa Mutura, amekuzoea Jontes, amekuzoea Kamau. For change to happen in your life, you have to change even the things you see on a daily. Even the things you see on a daily. So you are used to taking an Uber all the time. So you are stuck on the thought that you wezi tumia Bolt. Si ati ya ziko. But you're like, I just use the Uber. I can't use any other application. Now, you want something to change in your life. You have to change something that has got nothing to do with what you want to change to be on that spirit of change. Because that's a frequency. Everything starts from the frequency. Then we have what? Frequency. Then the vibration, which comes second, which this is where you find time. Okay, time came second. Time was not there before you. Before you, there was no time. You create time. Time came second. Time is the happening, is the experience. Time is an experience. An experience came after the frequency, the awareness. So you have the awareness, the frequency. Then you have the the vibration, which comes with experience, time, movement, emotions, and then you have the energy, which becomes the physical, the 3D. And things that becomes, or things that take shape, things that now have form, they have shape, the stability, you can sit on it or you can stand on business, from speculative to operative. Now, let's say that, and this is even why, metaphysically, when you want to change something, you have to stop a habit that you are doing and now go into something new. That is change now. That is how change happens. Change is a spirit in itself. It's something you have to activate first. When you activate it, now it comes into your presence. Now in your presence, there is that change frequency. There's the frequency of change. Now, whatever was on your mind that you wanted to change, let's say you couldn't stop jacking off. Okay? I'm not telling you to stop jacking off. I'm not telling you one day to wake up and you're like, I'm no longer going to choke the monkey. No, that is not going to work. You'll be finding yourself going back into the same habit over and over and over and over. What you need to do first, and I don't even know why I have 12 people or 13 people watching and 3 people have shared the live and we only have 4,000 likes. I don't understand that. Even though I know my life has been restricted because of drinking beetroot. But you all know this is not beetroot. This has got no, what do we call it? This is a drink that has no yeast. Okay, shout out to everyone who know about my drink. So this is my drink. Okay. All those people who know that I make wine. Vitu kama hizo. So turn your waters into wine. It's a ritual in the Bible. So don't pretend how Christian you are, and it's in your Bible talking about wine, and you ain't buying my wine. Then you are walking backwards. Then it means you are a Christian who is already walking backwards. So you are confused. You don't even know what you are talking about. Now, let's say, give me an example. What do you want to change? Because I say this is a Q&A. Let's make this interactive. What do you want to change? Anyone, what do you want to change? Because I know a lot of you want to change a lot of things. Why don't we learn by example? What do you want to change? Give me an example. What do you want to change? Write it in the comments, and then I can show you how you can change that. What do you want to change about you? Anyone, what do you want to change? You always have things that you want to change. Most of you have a lot of things that you want to change. Sleeping patterns. That's a good one. Let's say you want to change your sleeping patterns. Maybe you want to be going to bed early or things like that. Now, so in your mind, sleeping pattern, if it's a good thing, so sleeping pattern, for me, I want to change my sleeping pattern because it's a good thing for me, because maybe I'm going to wake up more refreshed or more ready for the next day, or whatever the reason. It has to be a positive reason. Now, for you to change that, you have to change something that is a pattern for yourself. For yourself. For example, you wake up every day in the morning, and there's so many things that you have never even, because most of the time you're on autopilot, subconsciously. You do things you wake up, open the window on autopilot, open the blinds, go to the kitchen and do this thing. So you have to look for something and change it. Something that you don't usually do, you have to change it. And when you change that thing, you're calling, for example, let's say you wake up every day and you make your bed, or you don't make your bed. Or let's say you wake up every day and the first thing that you do is go to the bathroom. Or maybe you don't go to the bathroom. And let's say one day, every day you wake up in the morning and you just lay in bed for a few minutes. Or you don't lay in bed. So I'm giving you different dynamics of the same things. So the change has to be as literal as this. You change something that is so small. Let's say you don't listen to music in the morning. Or let's say you listen to music in the morning. So the change has to be, you listen to music in the morning, so the change has to be, you no longer listen to music in the morning. So that routine that you have when you wake up, the first thing you do is put on some music, you change that. Where you wake up in the morning and you don't listen to some music, now you change that. So you wake up in the morning, play some music, and even if the volume will be at 2, where you can even barely hear it, but it becomes something that now every day you wake up, there's a change in your life that you have put into motion. Motion. It doesn't even have to make sense to you. You can decide, okay, I'll be waking up in the morning and watching the sunrise. I've never done that. I'm so bent on watching the sunset. I've never actually thought about watching the sunrise. So you're making a change that is not even connected to whatever you want to change. But the fact remains, you are now calling upon that frequency of change into your life. Into your life. Now, what is happening is that now you'll be in the presence. Now you're going to be in that frequency, in that presence of change. But remember, wishful thinking. In your mind, there's something you want to change. There are some friends that you relate with that you no longer want to relate with. There's some people, places, and things, situations or circumstances that you want to change in your life. And this is why, like the people who talk about waking up the 5 a.m. club, it's not about getting up in the AM. Because remember, whatever you do is still the same thing you do. But now because you're waking up at 5 a.m., that's a change. You get what I'm saying? It's a ritual. You are changing something about how you wake up in the morning. Now, that in itself puts you in a frequency of change. Now, let's say in that frequency of change, someone has said finances, you want to change something to do with finances. So the first habit, you are waking up earlier now at 5 a.m. The next thing now you say, okay, I want to do this for finances. So what can I improve on my finances? So I'll be waking up at 5 a.m., shout out to Amanda, and I'll be getting on YouTube and watching a 10-minute video. It doesn't even have to be longer than 10. You can actually say 10-minute video on how to change my finances. There's so many that are going to come up, and you're watching that for just 10 minutes. So what have you done? Now you're on ritual 2. 1, you have changed something the time you wake up, and now what has happened? You have another 10 minutes added into how to change your finances. And trust me, inside those 10 minutes, whatever you do, you are going to find a clue into what you can put into changing your business. Now, when that happens, you'll be like, when I started waking up at 5, my finances changes. No, it's not about waking up at 5. There are people who don't even have to get up in the morning and they are billionaires. There are people who own schools. They have never been to schools. The Oxford universities. You get it? It's just that it's a ritual and spell that you are doing. This is what you call in church faith. In church. Faith. In church you call it, what do you call it in church? Faith and... There's another word, faith and the people who go to religion and church, what do you call it? But in actual sense, what you're doing is a ritual and spell. You're waking up a different time, that's a ritual. And what's the spelling? What is on your mind? Whatever it is, whether it's your finances and things like that. You get what I'm saying? So change is, for you to change anything, don't beat yourself. Oh my God, I can't stop jacking off. Oh my God, I can't stop watching this. Oh my God, I can't stop. No, it's not that. You need to change small things in your life. And those are going to put you in that frequency of changing. Now, that changing frequency is now where wishful thinking, whatever is on your mind that you want to change, whether these are negative friends that you have in your life, that is how all of a sudden they are going to stop calling you. They are going to stop calling you Muende Mpango. Yeah, faith and works. Faith and works. That is what they call in church, faith and works. But in the real world, it's rituals and spells. The rituals that you do. Let me give you another example. You work on the second floor, or you work on the first floor, or you work on the third floor. Okay? Every time you get to the building, you take the lift. Okay? You use the lift. Now, if you want something to change in your life, and this has to be positive, for example, if you want to be uplifted, aka if you want to go through your life where either you are getting a promotion at job, and this is not even supposed to be taught. These are some of the things they call forbidden knowledge. Let's say you want a promotion at your place of work, okay, a higher office. So when you get to the lift, you don't use the lift. You use the stairs. Now, remember, you're in the frequency of change. In your mind, you want to be promoted. Okay? You want to be at a higher office. So what do? You take the lifts. Now, every time you stop using the lift and you take the stairs. Now, every time you are doing the stairs, in your mind, wishful thinking, every time you are doing the stairs, you imagine yourself being promoted at your place of work. First, what have you done? You have shifted. You are in the frequency of change. You have shifted from whatever was happening without intention to something now you are doing with intentional. Rituals and spell, or faith and works. Okay? Now, what is the ritual? The ritual is doing stairs to the second floor, or wherever you stay, or even if it's where you work from. Now, what is the spelling? What do you want? Your words are powerful. What are you spelling in your mind? Whether you are writing it down, you can even journal it down. When you get to your office, write it down. I've just been promoted. Now, And I can dare you to practice these rituals, and then in the next life you're going to come here and say, you know what, I just got promoted from change. So you have to change something in life that is not even related to what you want to change, to be in that frequency, that spirit of change, and now that change becomes your life. Becomes your life. Now you take the stairs, and in your mind you're like, I'm being uplifted, not just at work. Now think about it like this. I'm being uplifted. So by default, when your boss looks at you, they see you as someone who can lift the company up, someone who can lift the other people up. And that's how you get your promotion. If you are 9 to 5, if you're in that world, because there's nothing wrong with even being in that world, because it's not what you do, it's how you do. And so we have to stop with all these other fake spirituality where people tell you that you cannot be spiritual and be working a 9 to 5. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's not what you do, it's how you do. We need people in IT. We need people in the government, so that when I come to you and I need a favor done, you are spiritual enough to know that I don't have to go through the system that is going to take me years or months to get there. You are spiritual enough to look at me and realize Jenga is here to change the world. Whatever comes out of his mouth is healing, is for building. So I don't have to put him through. I'm going to fuck morality. Who cares about morality? It's not what you do, it's how you do, and give him this license without asking questions, without making life difficult for him. I'm going to give him a visa. You get what I'm saying? Whatever you are praised in life, there's a reason for that. Don't go quitting your jobs. Oh, now I'm spiritual, I can't work. No, shut the fuck up. That's dumb. Use whatever you have, whatever position you have. You're a teacher. There's a reason you're a teacher. It's not what you teach, it's how you teach. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you do as a job, it's how you do your job. You get it? Change can come to your life. If you want to stop seeing some certain friends, maybe all you need to do is change a path. It's not even a path to your friend's place. No. In your mind, you're like, I'll be taking a different path going home. But in your mind, it's like, I no longer want to be friends with those people. Within a very short time, they are going to stop calling you. Within a very short time, they are going to get other friends, okay, apart from you, who will cater more to whatever bullshit you are catering to them. Now you have more free time for yourself, and now you even have space to attract people who are more aligned to you. Most of you can't even find relationships because you can't change the routines that you are in. It was supposed to be a Q&A, so let's look at the question now first before I continue. Now, that's enough on changing. Let's do a Q&A. If you didn't get that, there's no other way I can drum it into your head, okay? There's no other way I can drum it into your head. So let me look at the comments. And buy my wine. Buy my wine. My wine goes for 1,000 shillings. It's 1 liter, no yeast, sweet red wine. It has no yeast because yeast is a hormone. Yeast is a hormone, and we are tired of hormonal imbalances. You have natural yeast in yourself. Yeast as a hormone occurs naturally inside you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on this world. The moment you came into this world, everything on this 3D is in your periodic table. It's inside you. It's in you. Now, when you indulge and go overboard with other hormonal shots, excess yeast in bread and wine. That is why wine and bread was in the Bible. That is the first way they GMO'd it. It has got nothing to do with God. Bread and wine is in the Bible for a reason. Yeast is the #1 biggest enemy for you. It's good for you when it occurs naturally inside you. When you put it in bread, it becomes an enemy. That is why most of your daughters have breasts at 8 years old and 9 years old. It's because of their diet. So order my wine. Let me look at your comments. Or don't order, because you are in a world where you become enemies of anything that looks like you. That's why when I'm selling you my wine, you start asking me stupid questions. What is the alcohol percentage? How did you create it? When you walk into a shop and grab a Jameson, grab a Jack Daniels, do you call Jack Daniels? Hello, Jack Daniels. Hi, am I talking to Jack Daniels? Oh my God, I wanted to know, how do you prepare your drink? What kind of barrels? So how do you get your water? That's bullshit. Wake up. Stop becoming an enemy of yourself. One asked about libation and the life went hanging. You can pour libations. Remember, wishful thinking. Shout out to Tina, said Mikri ni nini hiyo. Tina Miki, that's red wine. Okay? That's red wine. This is what I'm having in the morning. Because I make it. 1 bottle, 1 liter, 1 bottle for 1,000 shillings. Say where you are, we deliver. Shout out to Amanda. I'm happy to see you, Amanda. Happy belated birthday, Amanda. I hope you enjoyed your birthday and you're still talking to your fish. Shout out to Amanda. I'll drink to Amanda's birthday. So group. Since you talked about chicken, what brings about phobia? I find them very violent and cringe-worthy. Very good question. Let me see if and then I can attach to that question. Sleeping patterns, finance. I want to get back into my creative energy and spend time with good friends. Change something. And then there was drama. So now, listen. In a previous lifetime, existence, okay, before you reincarnated here or incarnated here, don't look at the chicken as a chicken, a bird. Look at the representation of a chicken. Like I said, chickens bring people together. Chicken wings. When you take someone on a date, you buy them a chicken because chicken go in flocks. So, there could have been a place where there was a flock. A flock. It doesn't have to be chickens now, but there was a flock of something that ganged up on you. It could have been a flock of people that were against you. So they ganged up on you and you became very fearful. I'll give you an example. You could have been in a religion that turned around on you. For example, the Jehovah's Witness, they have this habit of ganging up on you if you don't know what they are doing, and they kick you out of the church. You are outcasted. So that's a flock of sheep, a flock of people, a flock of Jehovah's Witnesses. Now they turn up on you and you become the victim. It's not the chicken, it's the flock. So if that made you very fearful, now in this lifetime, the chicken represents a flock because chickens go in a flock. Okay? So now the chicken becomes something that terrorizes you in real life, but you can't understand where that is coming from. You get what I'm going with this? So what does the chicken represent? And this is now, I'm giving you now more homework because I can't give you everything. I can teach you how to fish. I cannot keep giving you fish. After this live, I want you to use Google. Use Google. Ask Google, what is the esoteric? Forget about the word esoteric because I don't want you to be spooked. Get on Google and ask Google, what is the metaphysics relationship of a chicken? A chicken, metaphysics relationship of a chicken. Now, look at those metaphysics relationships of a chicken. And that's where your fear is coming from. Whatever metaphysics represents a chicken is what now gives you flight. Now you can understand that, oh my God, it has got nothing to do with chicken, but either in another lifetime or when you are even a child or when you are even in your mother's womb, something happened, a metaphysics that represents the chicken that makes chickens terrorize you. Shout out to the Great Spirit, the mother. And I'm going to pour some libation to the mother. to the mother spirit, because this came from the mother spirit. One glass, now already niko in another world. I'm already working on my emotions. That's the ritual in the Bible. Turn your wine into water means you drink wine, wishful thinking goes into your system, makes you loosen up your feelings, because water is connected to your emotions. It's made of water. So now you can walk over your feelings, your emotions. You get it? It's in the Bible. The Bible is a grimoire book. The Bible is a book of witchcraft and spells. Use it wisely. Let me see if there's another question. I think it's faith and belief. You're speaking to me. Congratulations. Nas, that's all I needed today. Vibration and energy. Someone is laughing. I don't know what's so funny to them. I did have a good time and was blessed with many plants as gifts. We don't say the word blessed, Amanda. We say bliss. B-L-I-S. Blessed. You are blessed. The gift made you feel blissful. Blessed is a curse, meaning you be less. We will never be less, Amanda. May you never be less. May you always be blessed. We are changing the language. We are back. How do you manage anxiety attacks? Now, that's a whole live on anxiety. If you go to my YouTube channel, Jenga na Jenga, I have a video on anxiety in itself. That's a whole lecture on anxiety that I cannot cover now. Go to my YouTube channel, Jenga na Jenga. It's on YouTube. Look for my anxiety video. Okay? It's a whole metaphysical thing about the anxiety. It's deep. Seems the chicken lesson is related to my cows being violent to my mom. Yeah. Shit is deep. So now we do Q&A for the next 15 minutes. We are already on Gemini time. So for the next 15 minutes, let's do Q&A. TikTok, we are drinking colored water. This is beetroot, very healthy for you. This is beetroot. Mnajua nyinyi si beetroot. TikTok inataka kutufungia live. But you see, these things only happen in Africa. I've been in so many TikTok lives where people actually sell their products. But when it comes to Africans, shida. Not Africans as Africans, the people, but the location. The location. And they don't do this because actually the reason why Africa is hated is not negative. It's just that you come from a land of resources. Africa means the resources. That's it. That's all. Nisikia Uhuru akiwatusi anaambia mnaacha mihogo mnaenda kukula mabagas. Uhuru was right. Shout out to Uhuru. Uhuru never wanted to be president. Remember that. People hate on Uhuru. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta never wanted to be the president of the Republic of Kenya. It was an obligation because he was there. He was told, you become the president. He never gave a shit about becoming a president. I'll drink to Uhuru. Shout out to you, Muigai. Mnaenda kukopa pesa China mutengeneze railway. There's no railway line in the world. I want you to Google again. There's no railway in the world that has ever made a profit. So kusema mnajenga reli kutoka Naivasha kuenda Kisumu is just lining other people's pockets. You need roads more than railways. But what do I know? I'm not a president. All presidents can learn from me. Do I respect presidents? No, I don't. I don't respect any president. They should respect me. I speak more sense than them. I preside over myself. I don't need anyone to tell me anything to do. Do you think the same goes for someone that is resourceful within themselves? Do I think what goes the same way? Amanda, do you think the same goes? Do I think what the same? I'm not getting your question. And if you want to request, you can request to be a guest. Another request Apple. Send an invite. Send a request. I'm going to put you up here and you can speak today before we go into the new moon in Taurus. And shout out to my handsome moderator. Because I'm the most beautiful motherfucker right now. You know what I'm saying? Everything is in reverse. Being disliked for the resourcefulness. Of course. Of course. Africa is not a continent. You have been lied to you. America is a continent. These are not continents. No. These are locations. Remember, Africa was divided by the Suez Canal. It was joined. They dug the Suez Canal. They said, we want to make the ships have a shortcut. It was not that. It was to divide it, to make sure that land is divided so it becomes separated. Do you get it? All your history is wrong for a reason. But it's not wrong because it's right for the right people who write it down. The right brothers. Na vitu kama hizo. What do you think? The right brothers were the first ones to get on a plane. Write the right things down. Everything is... Shit is deep. Right, the right brothers, right, going to the right righteousness, writing something down, spelling, all that. I don't want to go deep. Okay? I want questions. We said it's a Q&A. So if you don't have questions, then this also is continuing or continuously affirming to me that I don't need to be coming live every day because you already know shit. So that is why I'm missing on lives. Because if I'm coming on lives and you don't have any question, it means you're doing okay. So you don't need me on live. You don't need me to come here and remind you everything because you already know everything. That is what I'm getting from the interactions. When you don't share the live, it means you're not finding the live interesting enough to share. So I can do other things. Like I said, it's change. I can be using this time to do other things. You get what I'm saying? It's called feedback. Shit, this thing is potent. Man. Shit is potent. Or maybe because I haven't had my breakfast. It is beautiful, nice. It's nice. It's a good drink. It's a beautiful drink. The best drink you ever have. Shout out to all the people who came for the not the Millennial Cookout, the other event that we went to. The old school and branch pale Kiambu Road. Shout out to all the people who came to the show. Okay. Shout out to the organizers. I have nothing negative to say about the organizers because it's just feedback. So if I have anything to say about them, I can communicate to them direct about that. It's awesome. So shout them out. Most of you will be organizing your new shows. Most of you we're in a new world, so most of you will be coming up with this new stuff. So I can't speak negatively about you. I also have my show that is upcoming. So I can't say anything negative about that. Look out for my upcoming shows that will be upcoming. I won't say too much about them right now, but I'll be having my own shows upcoming. You know what I'm saying? 10 minutes. We have 10 more minutes of Q&A. No one is requesting. If I sent an invite, I was trying to browse. I didn't mean to send it. I know most of you don't want to come on camera because you're coming from trauma, so it becomes very hard for you. You have never been told that you can speak anywhere, so you have a lot of trauma based on that. So I won't blame you. Okay, I won't blame you. I know when you are growing up, you are made to feel you are not important. You are made to feel like shit. You are never meant to speak unless you are spoken to. I get a lot of you are coming from trauma. I get that, so I have nothing against you. I know it's not even easy appearing on. I know most of you are even watching on pseudo accounts. I get that, and I don't blame you. Okay. Amanda, I know you're on a desktop. I'm not speaking to you. I know you. If I want, I can come to your live. It's not about you. Even the fish in your aquarium can bear witness to that. Anyone else who want to request, you can request to be on the live. Or forever hold your peace. Okay? I know I talk to a lot of, I attract a lot of damaged spirits. I attract a lot of people who are going through a lot of things because I won't say why, but I know why. But I'll tell you this. Again, something that you can take. You can write this down. You can write this down. Write this down so that you can do it. There's something that is called human design. Human design. There's something that is called human design. You are designed as a human. Some of you are generators. Some of you are operators. Some of you are destroyers. Okay? So, human design. I want you to Google human design. Then you put your zodiac, your day of birth. You put your day of birth, your month, and your year. And you find your human design. That way, you are going to know whether you are a generator, wealth generator, whether you are an operator, or whether you are a destroyer. Now, destroying is transformation. There's nothing wrong with destroying. So then you can realize, wait, oh my God. So that is why everything I touch crashes. Everything I touch crashes. So I'm a destroyer. As a human design, I came here as a destroyer. So I'm going to use my energy, the destroying energy, to destroy the things that go against me or the things that go against what I think is right. I'm an operator. You're going to find, most of you are going to find that you are an operator. So you are going to find why whatever you operate is not working. So you are going to decide, oh, wait, I'm an operator, so I'll be an operator. So now get into the energy of what an operator does. Okay? Some of you are going to find that you are generators. Maybe you are here to generate generational wealth. That is why anything that you touch, you generate. Human design. Si ni kujijua? Si unasemanga know thyself. See, the Bible constantly tells you know thyself. Know whether you are generator, operator, or destroyer, because you are God. But even being God, you are one of those three things. Generator, operator, or destroyer. So what are you? Maybe you've been trying to move in life thinking you're an operator and you're a destroyer. Maybe you've been in life trying to move as a generator, but you're a destroyer. Maybe in life you've been trying to operate, but you're here to generate. Maybe in life you have been trying to generate, but you're here to destroy. Know thyself. Use Google. Use all these things. Know thyself. That's a step forward. Now you'll be like, oh, shit. So this is why, whenever I do this, this happens. This is why. That's like a shortcut. Si nimekupea shortcut. Si nimekurusha mbele. Dhidi ya wiki ya mbele. Sasa uko mbele kama mfuko ya shati ama side mirror ya Pajero. Ni Pajero ama ni Prado. Whichever comes first. Love your t-shirt. Thank you. Get what I'm saying? That's how you know. That's how you know. Know these things. Knowing whether you're agnostic. Knowing. And to know is saying no. To know is no. Do you know? That means no. It's the same energy. Saying no to bullshit means now you know something that is not bullshit. Like we said, it's in the frequency. But tulianza na nini? So that you don't lose track of the video. What did we start with? Change. It starts with you. Change small habits that may be unrelated to what you want to change, but you're going to see the change where you want to see the change. Do you get it? Now, my logo will be in the sky from the beginning of the 29th, aka I'll be in the sky for the next 30 days when the moon is in Taurus. The sun is in Taurus, the moon is in Taurus. I'm a Taurus. So I'll be in rulership. When you're watching Batman, they sign the Batman sign in the sky and Batman appears. Taurus season, I'm a Taurus, Baal, throat chakra, or the Canaanite god. So that is when I'll be in my most powerful. Not that I'm not powerful in any other times, but it will be my logo in the sky. I'll be that pillar of salt that Lot's wife, when they went into Gemini, Sodom and Gomorrah, she looked back and she became the pillar of salt or the salt of Taurus. So if you want business consultation, that is the best time. My number is right there for business consultation or anything consultation. That's now. That is even why I come live between 8 and 10, because that is when my logo is in the sky. I see a lot of people who claim to be in spirituality and they come live every day at night. They come live, but they are coming live for just for the sake to regurgitate, to teach, because you're supposed to, when your sign is in the sky, the sun is when you are, like Batman, is when you are at your most powerful. Either the sun or the moon. So the best time for me to come live is between 8 and 10, which is Canaan or Ba or Taurus, because I'm a Taurus sun. My moon is in Leo. So the next other time I can come is between 2 and 4, Leo. I can also come during Aquarius because I'm an Aquarius ascendant. So I don't just come live for the sake of coming live. Right now I'm in Gemini, mid-Gemini. Ishapita Gemini, mid-Gemini. So being a Taurus, I can lean into Gemini. Okay? Like the sunset in Gemini. Because that is my sun now going into Gemini. I can even come a little bit earlier before 8 when I'm in Aries. AKA, I operate best in what you call Jehovah. Jehovah, which is the time between 6 a.m. and 12 p.m. or what you call spring. Do you get it? But I was born in the middle of spring, Taurus. That's why I don't come live at night, because I don't just come live for the sake of coming live. It's not about followers. It's as above, so below. Know your teachers. Know your spiritual teachers. When you see your spiritual teachers who seek any other time they are alive, they don't even know themselves. Okay? Know your time. Knows the time. We do know our time. We do know our time. We even know when we wear a watch. Watch how to watch the time. It's not what is the time of day, it's to watch the time. So you're like, I want to do this and this and this. Let me watch the time. I'm going to do it at this particular time. Don't just wear a watch for show. You are a politician wearing a watch worth 10 million, but you don't even know the time of day. Isn't it ironic? Wearing a 10 million shillings watch and you don't even know the time of day. Shout out to everyone. My life is already restricted. I know my life is restricted because I'm enjoying my drink, but it is my drink. So order your wine. 1 liter goes for 1,000. Sweet red. TikTok wamenipea so many warnings. Ni kama hakuna other channels. We have YouTube, we have Facebook, hata TikTok wani. They keep warning me, oh, monetization. What monetization? Mnaniwarn what monetization? Ni natoanga na hapa TikTok, mnaweza niambia what monetization? Ni nini hiyo sasa? I know how to create a community. Najua social skills. I know how to farm. I know how to feed people. Nini nyingine unataka TikTok mnataka kuniambia sijui? Nini sasa? Nini hakuna kitu TikTok mnaweza nifunza, labda niwafunze. Even application, I can make my own application. Na ikuange na watu. Ni mnashinda mkinitisha hapa. Mnatisha nani sasa? Mimi si mtu wa kutisha. Tisheni watu wa dunia na restriction. Naona venye wana restrict. Tisheni watu wa dunia. Mimi si mtu wa kutisha hapa na Mchina. Mchina ananitisha nini kwanza? Mchina ni kama mende ya dunia, ananitisha nini? Mchina ananitisha mimi nikiwa kwa resources na nakuja kwa resources. Mchina kona Vienna sausage kitu inatoshana hivi, ananitisha nini sasa? Cheni hizo. Bado wanatutisha juu pia nyinyi mnakuanga mmekubali kutishwa. You've been here for almost an hour. You should be at 100,000 likes. But vidole yako inakuuma kubonyeza. But kama ni ujinga unabonyeza. Kama ni gedhaiga, gossip. Na sisemi gossip ni mbaya, gossip ni poa. Hiyo utabonyeza, but si hapana. Kwanza kitu naambia ukweli utaki. May I ask what language you speak? You can speak any language you want. That was Kiswahili. I speak 7 languages fluently, but I also listen to other languages. I can speak in, of course, what I'm speaking in, the corrupted English language. I can speak in Kiswahili. I can speak in Arabic. I can speak in Kikuyu. I can speak in Kikamba. I can speak in Maasai. And I can speak in Kisii language, namely Makori. What do you mean to speak in? Lokipotitoye, Lemayan, Lemansida Yenkai, Lokipotitoye, Oserian. Watatu ongea gani? Wenda tunaenda chao, tunaenda Kikamba, na tunaenda Kikuyu. Wenda chao. Tualie Kikuyu, tualie Githugu, tuongee Kiswahili, tuongee Kizungu, which one do you want? But I communicate best without using a language. On TikTok wameanza. They have started audio. Unable to verify. TikTok has started the game sasa. Unaona sasa wameanza. Wameanza. So if there's no one requesting, we're already at 11. Shout out to everyone in the comments. Each one teach one. Change begins with you. All you have to change is something very small. Kitu kidogo sana. And that change is going to reflect into whatever you want to reflect. Love you. Ciao, ciao.